we go.
Morning, weirdos.
Morning, how are you?
Morning. Yeah, I'm all right.
Start on the transfer deadline day activity. You brought in Mason Clark from Peterborough, an exciting player for you.
He's a really good player. I think first and foremost, I'm always honest, and I think that it's disappointing. Disappointing we couldn't get him in and have him now, because we need them. We needed players in. We needed quality in, and we're probably a little bit light. So that's the disappointment for me. On the other side of things, I try and sort of guide everybody to an understanding of where we're at. I think it's a reality check. We weren't able to get that over the line now, but for the summer, he'll come in, and he's a really good lad. He's got a lot of ability, and we can work with him and make him better. There's no doubt about it. He would have been brilliant to have in now. Unfortunately, that couldn't happen, so we just got to take that on the chin and wait until the summer. So, like I said, we're a little bit light in number. In terms of the quality, we could have done with a few more players in. But when I say it's a reality check, it's a reality check in the fact that you look around, and I can't help looking around and seeing what everybody else does. All our competitors have strengthened, and that makes them potentially a lot stronger or a lot different. And we are aiming to try and cement a place in the playoffs as well. So those two things have to always go together. What I would say is that we've always done things on an incremental basis. We've changed things around, and remind everybody we've spent a few quid on Victor Torp, and when I say a few quid, I'm talking about more than £1 million. Efren, I don't know what we've paid, but I'm assuming that it's more than £1 million. More than £1.5 million. So the money's going into these players, and we have to do it on an incremental basis. As everybody knows, we have to keep costs low, so the operating costs have to be maintained to a level where we don't get into any trouble financially, and that's just where we're at. We are operating on a small squad, on a thin squad really, and then when you get an injury like Ben Sheaf, it has an impact, and a major impact. So we've got to hope that we can keep everybody fit to maintain a challenge this season, but also keeping an eye on and what we're going to be doing and what we'll have to do in the summer to move it forward once again.
And you've lost Kyle Miko. Obviously, haven't known him for that long, but how much of an influence has he been when he's been about the place? Yeah,
he's been brilliant. Obviously, a big miss, but that's football and it happens. So we've got to move on. But yeah, I'm sure I'll stay in touch with him personally, because he helped me quite a lot. I travelled in with him every day. Obviously, he's a fellow Yorkshireman, so we're quite close and quite similar. So yeah, I'll be staying in touch with him. Yeah.
But as a team, it's obviously going well for you at the moment. I think it's 10 unbeaten in the Championship, 12 in League and Cup. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to stay unbeaten and keep this run going, hopefully. I mean, we do talk about it, and I think it gives us a lot of positive energy to go on into the next game and try and keep the run going.
Have you got enough to maintain a top 6 place, do you think?
Well, like I say, it's really important we keep everybody fit. If we keep everybody fit, then we've got a chance of hitting good performance levels. And you got to remember, we're going to Norwich tomorrow, where we've been poor in the last few games we've been there. Last year, particularly for us that were there. Thankfully, that the majority of this group now didn't experience that, and it wasn't great, but it was a really good performance against them in the home game, which we haven't really been able to do before against them. But we're different. They're different. We're in a really good run of form, I think, anyway, and we want to try and keep that up if we possibly can do, but we're going to go there, and I think really we've got to try and attack the games like we always do, but I think we've got to go there with a mindset we're going to attack the games as much as we possibly can do, and I think if you can get something tomorrow, obviously builds the confidence into Tuesday evening's game against Sheffield Wednesday, and try and get through into the next round against Maidstone, and then you've got a real chance of hitting the quarterfinals. Both us and Maidstone, or hopefully it's us and Maidstone, or Sheffield Wednesday and Maidstone. I don't really want to think about, but you've got a chance of getting in the quarterfinals. So all to play for.
And at the back, it's kind of Barnsley old boys at the moment, isn't it? Is that a reason why it's working? The fact that you know each other so well.
I think it helps, definitely. Yeah. I think obviously there was quite a few new faces in the building this year, so it takes a bit of time to gel. But I really feel like it's coming together. But I think with Bobby and Brad, I spent a lot of time with them last year, and then my close friends as well. So I think that helps on and off the pitch. But we've not had a clean sheet in a while, so we're looking to try and build on that, and always to try and improve. But I think it does help me knowing them before.
And Ben Sheaf, what's the prognosis on him?
He gets a scan today, so we'll know a little bit more. Unfortunately, he's had to wait a few days until we could get him on the scanner, so he'll be on that machine later on today. So I'll know this evening. So when we speak tomorrow after the game, we'll be able to give you some more information on that.